Hello, my name is James Barbush from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I think I have something really good for you today. I was at a life event last week. Life, L-I-F-E. Life means living intentionally for excellence. L-I-F-E. Living intentionally for excellence. And I want to call this tip that I'm going to give you the paradigm shift. Do you know what a paradigm is? A paradigm shift is when we look at something one way and then we look at it a completely different way. Let me give you an example. You might look at this word. What is that word? Of course, it's the word life, but we're looking at it in the wrong way. Paradigm shift. Let's look at the word life in the right way. Life, living intentionally for excellence. The topic I want to talk to you about is, how did you become what you are doing in your job? Did you just happen to pick it? Did you just happen to one day say, I want to be an engineer, a doctor, an accountant? How did you pick the type of work that you are doing today? Maybe you didn't. Maybe it was picked for you. Maybe you just fell into it. Usually what we tell our kids, we say to them, what would you like to do when you grow up? Kid probably doesn't have the foggiest idea. Very few might, but most of them, I didn't know. I didn't even know what I wanted to do when I was in junior college, the first 2 years. And I'll tell you the story about how I picked my career on another message. But what I learned in life, the life event this past week, was this. Take a look at this picture. Define, learn, do. Define, learn, and do. What we usually do, many of us, is we determine something that we want to do. And then we learn about how to do that something. And then we become defined by doing that something. Maybe what we decide to do is not what we are really passionate about, what we really want to do. Let me ask you a question. What would you really like to do? What are you passionate about that you are not doing now? I'll give you a quick story. I asked that question in a conference I was doing. I was speaking a message about identity. And I asked the question to about 15 people. What would you like to do that you aren't doing now? One fellow got up and said, I'd like to be a fishing guide. And I said, are you doing it? He said, no. Are you doing anything to get that accomplished? He said, no. As a matter of fact, he said, I have a boat in my driveway and I live near a lake. And I said, and you are not a fishing guide? Why not? He really didn't have an answer. His passion to be a fishing guide was not being fulfilled, but he had the tools to make it happen. Thus, let me get back to the picture. Define, learn, do. What are you passionate about? Take a moment right now. What is it? Is it art? Is it writing? Is it speaking? Is it fishing? Is it teaching? Is it preaching? What are you passionate about that you aren't doing? Do you have the answer? And if you're not doing it, let me give you a little tip on how to start doing it. This phrase, define, learn, do. Define what it is that you're passionate about, what you really want to do. Define it. then learn, start to take steps to bring your performance of that passion to reality. And as you learn those steps, and you learn in those steps, then start to do it. Don't become defined by your career, but define your career. It's not too late. I could talk about this much further, and I will do in other sessions. But get this, it's important. Don't do, learn, and define, but define, learn, and do. That will help you to live the life you always wanted. What are you passionate about? Learn about it and go do it. Have a great day. James Barbush, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, giving you a living intentionally for excellence tip life.